year 2025 was one of the hottest on record. Across the world, heat waves, floods, and powerful storms caused destruction and loss of life. For many countries in Asia and the Pacific, there was little time to recover. And scientists now warn that 2026 may be just as dangerous or even worse. Climate scientists predict that 2026 could become one of the 4 warmest years ever recorded. Global temperatures are expected to rise around 1.46 degrees above pre-industrial levels, continuing a worrying trend that has now lasted 4 consecutive years. But it is not just the air that is heating up. The world's oceans are absorbing enormous amounts of heat. Scientists describe this increase as unprecedented, with oceans now hotter than at any point in at least 1,000 years. Oceans absorb more than 90% of the excess heat caused by carbon pollution. As they warm, they fuel stronger typhoons, heavier rainfall, and rising sea levels. This is especially true in Asia and Southeast Asia, where some of the most extreme ocean temperature changes have been recorded. These changes are already having serious consequences. Typhoons are becoming more destructive. Floods are more frequent and intense. And coastal communities face growing risks from rising seas and storm surges. Countries like the Philippines and India are among the most affected by extreme weather. Over the past decades, hundreds of climate disasters have caused tens of thousands of deaths and affected hundreds of millions of people. But no country in the region is truly safe. Scientists warn that Asia is warming faster than the global average. Climate models show that by 2030, the region will face significantly higher risks of extreme rainfall and flooding. Billions of people could be affected if action is not taken. Preparing for this new climate reality is no longer optional. Governments must shift from reacting to disasters toward planning ahead and building resilience before the next crisis hits. One major challenge is infrastructure. Many cities were designed for a climate that no longer exists. Roads, drainage systems, and buildings are often unable to withstand today's extreme rainfall and floods. Experts emphasize the importance of smarter planning. Allowing rivers space to flow, limiting construction in flood-prone areas, and upgrading drainage systems can dramatically reduce damage during extreme weather. Community-level preparedness is just as important. Clear local warning systems, fast communication, and protection for vulnerable groups can save lives when disasters strike. Early warning systems play a critical role. While many countries have made progress, a large number of climate-vulnerable nations still lack reliable systems or full coverage. Closing these gaps must be a top priority. Preparedness also means having national adaptation plans. These plans should consider health, housing, labor protection, and social safety nets, with special attention to low-income and frontline communities. However, adaptation alone is not enough. If global emissions continue to rise, preparing for disasters will become more costly and less effective over time. Scientists stress that addressing the root cause is essential. This means accelerating the transition to clean energy, reducing dependence on fossil fuels, and strengthening global climate action. Experts warn that the cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of action. Delaying solutions will only increase human and economic losses in the future. As climate impacts intensify, the message is clear. We must prepare smarter, act faster, and protect the most vulnerable. Building resilience today can save lives tomorrow. The extreme weather of the future is already taking shape. What we do now will determine how well we withstand what comes next. You've been watching Attributions Asia, where we track how climate change is shaping life across the region. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories connecting science and justice in Asia.